Hey there, I am making this video for the women I'm working with privately because so many of you are dealing with the exactly same thing. And I'm gonna be sharing this with other people too because I was realizing how many of us are like locked in here inside our bodies and ready to come out and experience more and let things melt away. But that doesn't happen when we're in the mind. So how do we get out of the mind? And this is one of the most powerful, just sensuality-based practices that I found to get out of the mind and into the body and allow everything to ignite. And specifically, I received a message from one of the amazing, beautiful women I'm working with privately who said, I need just tangible evidence to know that trusting my body and opening up to more of me is gonna be a good thing. I need to see the evidence because she's afraid she's gonna lose her marriage. She's afraid that her life's gonna fall apart. She's afraid, everything's gonna go like in a bad way because of how ingrained it was to shut down from her body, to distrust herself. Okay, so here goes. And this very morning, I called up one of my best friends the other day and I said, let's get together Saturday morning, come over, we'll do some movement, we'll do some intentions, we'll sit in the sauna. I really needed it. So just this morning we did that and it was profound because, oh my God, so much badness happens when we're staying in the mind. We can't figure anything out. There's always more and more. We're on this never-ending hamster wheel, and it's a freaking nightmare. And unless we just get to be more grounded in the body and in like what we feel and what we sense, we can be spun out on that for like years, decades. For me, it could be like maybe hours or maybe days. Usually it's hours. And then I just remember like, okay, gotta shake this and anchor back into my body. So some of the things it can look like, and I'm just gonna guide you through, this is a big premise we do in liquid dance, but I just start with my head. And I'll first just let your hair down. I'll touch my head and start to just like ground into that sensuality, like rub it like you're rubbing all the bad stuff out, like just get out of your head. You could spend a lifetime trying to change those beliefs, but if you just like bring some energy into your head, it'll transmute that for you. Your neck, if you're skin on skin, it's really helpful. It'll release oxytocin, serotonin, cortisol and stress hormones go down. So just let your skin on skin. And one of the things that's really powerful for me is just really, really slow touch. So I start out my practice with just some breathing. Then I start just really breathing into the body, and my body will start to move with that. And there's fluidity, and you'll anchor into that fluidity. And then the next thing is like just touching your body. Get into your body, skin on skin. If you ever feel like as you're going through your movement practice, or maybe you don't even have a movement practice, like, oh, I don't know how to move. What do I do? And you kind of revert to like some yoga poses or something. Just slow yourself down. You'll have more connection, sensation, and sensuality when you move really slow. So sometimes it just looks like this as I'm breathing, and stretch your arms out, reach your arms up, find that way. You want to like expand in your body, expand in your ribcage, expand through the spine, let light in, let breath in, just let your body integrate this. If you set an intention in the beginning, keep it really simple because your mind's gonna make a bunch of just like a universe of more, a million intentions. But if you just simply connect with, what do I truly want to receive right now? What do I really need? It might be ease, it might be freedom, it might be connection, clarity, joy, love. So just like that one simple intention, guide your movement, guide your sensation and your just self-touch on your body and guide your breath. So you're bringing that in with each breath. You could just spend 5 minutes. You could spend, we did like, I don't know, a couple hours today. But even if you're just, driving your car and you just gently glide your hand along your neck, along your collarbone, or a hand up the other arm, because that's usually where you can access skin. Even that little thing, or if you're at work and you just kind of put a hand right behind your earlobe, like, baby, I love you, you're doing awesome. I guarantee you, your anxiety will just like, you'll have the ability to drop in. So especially if you've practiced this, it could be as simple as just the earlobe. So just, hey body, how are you, sweetheart? I love you, it's okay. And then you just kind of touch that little area that only you can see, only you need to know, but you feel it. Just let yourself feel the deliciousness of you. Your body will guide you. Your wisdom can guide you through the sensory body. So feeling more instead of trying to feel less is really gonna ignite that. So, touch your legs, get your hands, I'll sit up a little so you can see, get your hands right on your legs, ground into the body. There must be a lot going on right now that's integrating to help integrate the divine feminine in the world, because I said to Nicola, like, you and I are not women who put ourselves last, who never consider ourselves, who put everyone else first and that's it. But yet still there's spaces that we were both seeing where we were avoiding meeting ourselves so fully, cherishing and nurturing ourselves so fully, where it's like, oh, I don't have so much time right now, or, oh, let me focus on that. And even like our kids came in the room, they're like, how much longer will you guys be? And I felt that need to like kind of tighten it up and then get back there to them. And we're like, wait a minute, they're gonna be fine. Let's just make this the be all end all. This is the thing that everything else needs to revolve around. If you do that in your life, I guarantee you everything will change. Especially if you're a busy mom or, working and you kind of got like a lot on your plate. It really seems in the mind like you've got to keep doing that and taking care of everything. We are multidimensional beings. We are connected with everything and everyone around us. And when we're willing to be ignited and alive and embodied, it activates everything in our lives. So this is just a basic sensuality practice to anchor into your body. You can do it as a 20-minute practice. You can do it as just a 20-second little check-in. Here I am, body. And then relax your shoulders and breathe. But do practice this because it will change everything. Bring your hands all the way down to your hips, your legs. Let sensation come through, especially when you're in anxiety and fear. And then just like the movement of breathing through your body. One thing that happens for me, and it was huge this morning, and I love to do this in front of the mirror and just move my body. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's a work of art. It's absolutely a masterpiece. And not that I feel negatively about my body a lot anymore, but I never feel like that about my static body, about like looking in the mirror, like, how do I look right now? How's this lipstick? How are these pants? It's like, okay, check the box. It's never like, oh my God, moved with deep inspiration. But when I'm in that feminine flow and movement, it is otherworldly. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely magnificent. And I'm delighting in just seeing her flow and move. And what does she want to, what does she want to be? Let your energy, your soul fill the container of your body. That is radiance. That is what creates you being lit up. And like Marie Forleo says, make every man want you. It's really about being, as a woman, the invitation that lights up a man. Because a lot of men are shut down to their sexuality too. So it either comes out perversely, inappropriately, or not at all, because they're like, whoa, I'm not gonna do that. So they shut it down. So your man, or the men in your life, you may be on one side or the other of that equation, and it is always a reflection of how willing you've been to be lit up, to be fully embodied. Let your light shine. Your radiance is what will invite that man into the expression of himself, to hold a container and be fully embodied in his masculine without the shame or wrongness or fear. So just look at that instead of thinking, oh my God, my man's totally shut down sexually. What am I going to do? Remember there's partnership, and that you as a woman are a really powerful invitation to him. You're a lighthouse. And so if your man's been shut down, or like the opposite, like super sexual, but like in more perverse ways, or like you're dating men, you find that, with patience and love and always honoring yourself, see if you'd be willing to be the one to honor, love, nurture, and cherish you, to make space for that, so that you can be the invitation to him, or to men in general, to be more fully embodied in their expression. So we have a lot more power than we have been imagining as women, and it's going to affect the whole world when we really allow ourselves to light up. And this is a beautiful, very powerful way to let that happen. So practice with this. Let me know how it goes. When there's fear, especially, because out of the head, into the heart, into the body, be fully embodied. Your radiance is what will really invite in a whole new reality for you. So if your heart is yearning for more, don't be afraid of that because of all the conclusions you've made that that's just too much, or it's not possible, or oh, how's he gonna meet me there? He's not gonna meet me there. Don't look at your man or life when it was the reflection of the shutdown you and judge what's possible now that there's the radiant you, the one who's willing to be in her body, to love and cherish herself, to show up and be a light, because everything is possible when you step into that. All right, everyone, lots of love. I'm with you, and I'll see you soon.